Hello, and welcome to Revelation, a study of the book at Faith Assembly. My name is John Bartee, and my lovely wife Lisa is with us. And we're going to start at the very beginning, and that is, of course, Revelation, the book, last book of the Bible, chapter 1, verse 1. Here is a picture of Christ, an artist's depiction of him walking among the seven candlesticks, which is the focus of the beginning. I should mention that the title of the book actually is the Revelation of Jesus Christ. Some older translations have the Revelation of John, but it's really the revelation of Jesus given to John. It says right here in the first verse, and in the way that it was done back then in the olden days, when they sent an epistle or a letter, or there was what we'd call a book today, the first verse would give the title. So this is the revelation of Jesus Christ, and he's given it to show his servants what must soon come to pass. And soon means God's soon. In other words, his timetable is infinite. Ours is caught in a finite time. Therefore, soon to us probably means tomorrow or next week. But in God's timetable, where 1,000 years is like a day, it's coming to pass quickly. He made it known by sending his angel, which means messenger in the original. Angelos is a messenger, to his servant John. John is the last living apostle at this time, and he lived to see the second coming. In John, the Gospel, chapter 21, verses 22 through 23, there's a dialogue, one of the last times that Jesus appeared to the apostles, and he is on the beach, and he's beckoning them in from the boat where they're fishing, and he's cooking fish, and he says to Peter, this is the way it's going to happen to you. In other words, at the end of your life, you're going to be led where you don't want to go, which is exactly what happened. History records that Peter was crucified upside down at his request because he was not worthy to be crucified the same way as his Lord. But John, when Peter heard that, he said, "Well, what about this other disciple who was John? John's writing the book of the Gospel of John." And he says to John, he says to Peter about John, he says, "Well, what is it to you if I will that he lives till I come?" And of course, the saying went abroad that John would never die, but John clarifies that Jesus did not say he would never die. It's just that he would live to see the second coming, which he did in a type. I mean, it was very real to him, but he was taken into heaven and shown the last days, the end of time. And that's our topic, the book of Revelation. So Jesus actually told him the truth, as he always did, and it was fulfilled in John's lifetime. And we have it written down in what we call a book, the last book of the Bible. And it's John who receives this, and we believe he had a amanuensis, someone who writes down the words. So John more than likely dictated to someone else who wrote it down, who testifies to everything he saw. So John is testifying and writing it down, either himself or his scribe, if you will. This is the word of God and the testimony of Jesus Christ. So the Bible is all the Word of God, but it specifically states here that what we're about to read is the Word of God. John was raptured to heaven and saw all these things, sort of like today. You have a virtual reality headset, or a few years back, I went and saw an IMAX presentation, and it was like you were actually there. It was the sound and the video was very encompassing. Verse 3, "Blessed is the one who reads aloud the words of this prophecy, and blessed are those who hear and obey what is written in it, because the time is near." This is the only book of the Bible with a specific blessing for reading and obeying. Now, the whole Bible is a blessing, and you're blessed for all of it when you read it, study it, and obey it. But this book has a particular and directed blessing. So I would think that we would be remiss if we did not study it, and as we're doing, seek to know these things and keep these things. Next week, we're going to be continuing on in our chapter 1 study, so please stay tuned.